Phones on. Testing, testing. All right. Hi, Sydney. Give me a test and let me know if you can hear me. Okay, let's go ahead and get into Matt James in this finale, baby. This finale was absolutely insane. I didn't expect, I promise, I really didn't. I really didn't think that Matt James was going to go home empty handed. I'm telling you now, I was surprised that Matt James did not pick anybody at the end truly as a wife. I mean, we know that Matt James left Rachael Kirkconnell. We know that it was an issue with that, and that was a problem. But with that being said, I still feel like Matt James dodged a bullet, and I'm gonna tell y'all why in a second. But let's go ahead and let's get back. Let's go ahead and take it back because we already know that Matt dumps Rachel. We already know this drama, but I want to take us a little bit back to the beginning when Matt's parents, his brother, his mom, not his parents, but you know who I'm saying, when they come and everybody's like, I just felt like everybody was giving Matt James a hard time about him picking either Michelle or Rachel. I feel like his mom was extremely discouraging from the jump. Matt James' mom, what's her name? Patty, whatever her name is, she was so discouraging from the jump. I understand, and I'm going to say this now. I understand and I get it. I know that Matt James has issues with his father. Hey, the best of us do. But with that being said, it was extremely disappointing for me to continuously hear about this and keep saying how he's not ready. And we're not really giving Matt James any options of how Matt James is going to get better. So Matt James is telling us he's not ready. He's dealing with his daddy issues. He's dealing with other issues of his feelings and who he's going to pick. And then on top of that, he's trying to figure it out, but how is he going to figure it out? Because if Matt James didn't go to therapy for his issues, his daddy issues that he's struggling with, or his family, then how was Matt James supposed to get better? I don't think it's going to make the situation any better, but that's just how I felt. I felt like his brother's gold teeth was definitely the highlight of the first hour. Matt James's brother was absolutely hilarious. Let me tell you, his brother was so funny. I absolutely loved the gold teeth. It was shout out to Ivan's brother too. Ivan from the last season of Bachelorette, Tasha's season, who was in the final four. They compared Ivan and Matt James' brother because they was both hood, definitely serving us California love, Nipsey Hussle. That's what Matt James' brother looked like. But that was a highlight for me. Shout out to Matt James' brother. But anyway, y'all, I want to say this about Matt James in his dates. So we already get into the date with him and Michelle. You know, happy go lucky. I'm not going to really go into a big conversation about that. But something that stuck out to me, again, back to the dates with Michelle, is I felt like his mom was giving Rachael Kirkconnell a little bit more leeway. I felt like Rachel was really, I don't know. I don't know. I felt like Rachel was really socking it to him. And I feel like Rachel really did love Matt. And I feel like she really still does love Matt James. But sometimes that love is just not enough. And I'm going to get to, in a second, what Rachael Kirkconnell ended up saying to Matt James. But we'll get to that in a second. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into when Matt goes ahead and talks to Chris Harrison. I always want to call him Chris Hansen. So for those who do not know, Chris Harrison is no longer with the show. But on top of that, Chris Harrison was the only person that Matt James could talk to about this. And he basically said, like, are you going to listen to your mama? Are you going to listen to your heart? I mean, nothing in love. My issue with Matt was nothing in love is going to be set in stone. So he's going to be taking a risk anyway by being on The Bachelor and being on the damn show. So I just didn't understand why Matt James was acting like he was so surprised that this was supposed to happen. Again, he was not ready, and it just was upsetting to me. But Chris Harrison set him straight and was like, listen, you still got to make your decision. He made his decision. He goes ahead and he sends Michelle home prematurely. And what we find out in the final rose after the show, whatever, is that Matt wouldn't even really talk to her anymore after. Like, it's so crazy. He definitely would not talk to her. And I feel like Matt definitely just wanted to get it over with. I felt like he knew that he wanted to be with Rachel, and that's why he was feeling so unsure. Because I'm like, from the clips and from Reality Steve and all the things that we were, speculating, it was all showing that he still picked Rachel. Again, we knew months ago, like 2 months ago, like that he picked Rachel. Then about a month ago, then everybody started saying that Rachel was racist and all these things started coming out. Sydney, she was saying she loves, goes away, WTF, do come back on set of the show, find a wife. That's what I'm saying. All of your feelings are going to come back. I agree. All of your feelings are going to come back. It's just crazy to me that now, on top of this, everybody else was getting upset at Matt James on Twitter. But I mean, hey, what could he do? What could he do? So now he goes ahead and he denies the date with Rachael Kirkconnell, correct? Yes, as we already seen. Reality Steve told me this last week that he was already going to tell Rachael Kirkconnell that he was going to deny her on the date. So he wasn't going to go on the date because he was upset. He didn't want to be ruined. He didn't know if he was going to pick her. I feel like Matt always liked Rachael, which is fine because, again, Matt didn't know any of these allegations that the reason why he dumped her. So it's just extremely upsetting that, it was extremely upsetting to Rachael that Matt was just like, bye, girl. Sorry. Nope. I'm not going to see ya. And she's crying, not thinking. And as Matt's preparing, I already knew that Matt was going to, I knew he was going to pick her. And I also had a prediction that he was going to make her the girlfriend. When he was picking out rings, like I could already tell that he was not, his head wasn't in the game. Matt James' head was not in the game when he was picking out those rings with that man. He was like, is it Rachel? He's like, yeah. And he just wasn't there. And I feel like that was a safe bet. But again, we didn't really get our whole platter. I didn't get my whole charcuterie board, Matt, of happiness because Rachael, again, just became your girlfriend. So let's go ahead and get into the final show. We already know that Matt James picked Rachael to be his girlfriend. She agreed. Now, first thing, do we think that Matt James and Rachael Kirkconnell were truly in love? Yes, that was the only girl that Matt James said he loved. Rachael Kirkconnell also said how much she loved Matt James. I am not questioning how much Rachael Kirkconnell loves Matt James. I know that she does, but she lost her man. She lost him. So let's go ahead and get into when Michelle comes out. So Michelle comes out in the finale. After the show with Ocho, whatever his name is. And Michelle, already, she looks good. Emerald earrings looking on point. Her outfit was on fleek. I absolutely loved the black sequence. She looked good. She was definitely serving a school teacher. So Emmanuel already got into it when he asked Michelle, how are you feeling? What's going on? First thing Michelle already tells us is that she, what Rachael Kirkconnell said was insensitive, and she still had to hold her hand to the fire on that. She said, I think Rachael is a nice girl, but I think that she was just a little bit misinformed, what she said in so many words, which I agree. I just don't know that, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like Matt James was extremely upsetting, and it upset me because I'm just like, Michelle's upset. All the girls are upset. I feel for everybody. I agree, Serena. It is uncomfortable, and I did feel bad. I felt so bad for Matt. I felt bad for Michelle. Michelle has to sit here and be a school teacher and teach us about race, and I feel like she answered everything so eloquently. So shout out to Michelle. I know Michelle said that she wanted to get those 2 minutes with Matt James, and she didn't get closure. Now, anybody, male or female, getting that closure is important. Now, do we always get closure? Hecky no. Do I always get closure? No. But I think that Matt should have given her that closure, and he was thinking too much about himself. But again, Matt's the first Black Bachelor. Matt don't know what's going on. Matt has his issues. So I just feel like it wasn't anybody's fault. It was just a cluster of a mess. It's like, what could everybody do? What could everyone do? It was sad. My heart did break for Michelle too. I just didn't know why Matt wouldn't give her the time. I don't know why, but when Matt comes out, he doesn't necessarily give her Michelle and Emmanuel works. Emmanuel looks good. I was like, is Emmanuel married? I was surprised that they didn't get him, on there like full time, but we'll see. I think he's on other shows and has a life and career of his own. So this was like a really big solid. I feel like he pulled a Michael Strahan for us. Michael Strahan will fill in for everybody. It's them football players. They got the commentary. They got the swag. I'm with it. But anyway, Matt comes out and Michelle's like, yo, I just wanted 2 minutes of your time. You didn't give it to me. Did Matt really answer and give her what she wanted? No, Matt did not give her any type of answer. I think what she wanted was to really know, why did you pick Rachael and not me? Because they go on a tangent about how good she is, how great she is. You know, she's a classy woman. He didn't want to continue to play her, this, that, and the third. But I'm just like, yo, why did we not just get the 2 minutes? And that's just what she wanted to know. She wanted her 2 minutes. And on top of that, I was really, really concerned about why the heck? Why the heck did nothing happen with that? I don't know. So I'm going to leave it at that. Matt, she makes a joke about Matt James kissing with his eyes open and saying thank you for sharing. I just feel like sometimes Matt lacks emotional intelligence. It was a lot of uncomfortable silence. A lot, Red Pill Steve-O. It was a lot of uncomfortable silence. And I feel like the uncomfortable silence was because no one was still prepared for what was going to go on, and it was still painful. You're dealing with heartbreak, and you're dealing with race, and you're dealing with a lot of things that are sensitive. Should you cancel? Should you not? I just, it was enough for me. So now let's go ahead and get into Miss Rachael Kirkconnell. So Rachael Kirkconnell comes out. She stakes her claim. Emmanuel asks her, girlfriend, do you know what the heck was going on? Did you even know? Did you ever go and lay down and be like, hey, oh, did I ever wonder on my phone if somebody's going to see these antebellum pictures? And I was on the phone with my best friend, Sanjane. I said, Sanjane, no one was thinking about that. She was not thinking about that because she grew up in the South and she didn't think it was going to be anything wrong. Hit that subscribe button, y'all. I'm on my way to 700 subscribers. I need like 5 more. I got 10 people here. Please at least give me 10 thumbs up. Please. I appreciate y'all because I'm about to really get into Rachael Kirkconnell's booty cheeks. I got 12 people in here. Hit that button and subscribe. Support your girl because I always get into it. How could you not think about that? Is going to be a lot of question in people's mind, Rachael. How did you not think about it? Well, she's a white woman in America, and I love white people. No offense, whatever. I'm in an interracial relationship. They ain't got nothing to do with it. She wasn't going to think about that. And, you know, Emmanuel was kind of like trying to dig and get her to answer the questions, but she just was not answering any of the questions. She didn't know what she was doing. They pull up the picture and she's like, yo, it just seemed like I was here, you know, chilling out with my friends. I was at a party. You know, she was in a sorority. How many of us have been to sorority and frat parties? They have different themes. That's fine. But the theme was inappropriate. So we already see that her theme of the party was inappropriate. That's fine, baby girl. We're good on that. But now on top of that, she apologized, right? But it wasn't enough. No one was happy with her apology because we wanted to see what she had to say. And I feel like she could only say so much. So that's what I want to go ahead and share the screen before I talk about her and Matt James having a conversation. Because I want to share with y'all this snippet of what she was saying. And I absolutely, positively could not believe that this woman was really on here, you know, acting a fool like this. And she, you know, of course, she went ahead and she made a post for us. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up this post. You can go ahead and look on Rachael Kirkconnell's IG. We can read it together. But I'm definitely want to share this with y'all because she is cutting up on this. So let's go ahead and read this. She posted this 26 minutes ago. Just when you think you found your way, life throws you onto a new path. Again, this is on Rachael Kirkconnell's Instagram 25 minutes ago, just posted right after this live came off. It's unpredictable, unexplainable. And the things you might not go to and the things you hope for, while I certainly wish that things turned out differently, I also believe that there is a reason for everything. We may not be able to control situations thrown our way, but we can control how we are dealt with it. And I believe good can come out of every circumstance. This was supposed to be a monumental season. And one of the biggest disappointments has been the overshadowing of these beautiful women and their stories. And some of them are the strongest, most beautiful, most extraordinary women. And I was lucky enough to have met them. Girl, first off, I got something to say about this because she's saying that she overshadowed this with disappointments. Rachael Kirkconnell, the only disappointment that was overshadowed was because of you. That was why it was overshadowed. Okay, yes, you overshadowed a lot of beautiful women, but that's okay for me. I'm okay with that. I got 20 people in here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up because we about to get into it. You took away from Matt James' season because Matt James was in love. People already wanted him to pick a black woman. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm black. Take it from me. But it's fine. You can love who you love. Again, I'm in an interracial relationship. You love who you love. But on top of that, he picked someone who was racist. And I just couldn't get it. Carolyn, I believe Matt broke up with Rachael because she didn't see a big deal of Southern antebellum party. She didn't see it as a big deal. She's only trying to learn. Exactly. Thank you, Carolyn. Matt James could not be with her. He could not. He had to break up with her, whether he liked it or not. But I genuinely saw when Matt James came onto that stage with her, how hurt he was. He was hurt. Matt James was hurt. And I'm going to get into that awkward silence. And I remember, and now I'm going to go ahead and get into that, Carolyn, because I'm good with Rachael Kirkconnell's apology. She knew from the first night that she met Matt that he was something special. Again, I'm reading from Rachael Kirkconnell's Instagram post 26 minutes ago. I was praying to share something exceptional between the two of us, if that was meant to be. While I never expected this outcome, I respect his decision completely. Of course, I wish the circumstances were different, but I still feel blessed for the time that we have and the memories we made. Rachael Kirkconnell, let me tell you this, Miss Rachael Kirkconnell. And I'm going to say this one time. And I hope everybody got their ears open. If you want to understand race, if you want to understand differences. The only thing that Matt James really wanted from her in that moment, when they sat down, is for her to acknowledge that it was something wrong with what she was doing. Like Carolyn said. And she didn't. She did not see it was anything wrong with what she was doing. Okay, she's a Southern girl. She's this, that, and the third. But nobody seen that coming. Matt didn't see that coming. And just it just could have been a little bit more for me, Rachael. But again, I don't think she knew any better. I just think that she got caught in the crossfire, and Chris Harrison got down with her, and so did Rachel Lindsay. I cannot stand Rachel Lindsay, y'all. That's not true that all black folks get along. I hate Rachel Lindsay. I feel like Rachel Lindsay, she definitely stirred this pot, baby. She stirred the pot really hard, and really, she got the pot in her witch cauldron very toasty for Chris Harrison. She put him in he. Now she don't have no job no more. But hey, you win some, you lose some. But with that being said, when Matt James came out, let's go ahead and talk about it. When my boo Matt James came out. Matt James came out. Rachel's looking at him. She's all in love. Rachel says she loves Matt James. That's her man. That's her boo. That's who she wants to be with. And Matt's sitting there like, Matt James giving us. She was trying to rub his shoulder. He's sitting there like. And what Matt said was a lot of things that I agree with. He said that, like, this was just so insensitive that there's just no way that you can come back from this. It was a lot of things that probably was said between them. We seen pictures. They spent a lot of time together. And all of that was just thrown away when Rachael decided to go to antebellum parties and didn't even know, and decided to get with a black bachelor and make fun of her white friends who had black boyfriends back in middle school. He was left speechless, and it made me sad. He said that she didn't really understand his blackness, and I agree. I think that a big thing about being in an interracial relationship, and things that I think about being in one, is that how are we going to raise our children when your children is half of color or half black? How are we going to have those conversations? Like, to be transparent, Matt James doesn't really have a relationship with his father, who is of color. On top of that, you know, he already came here with a slew of issues, and now I can't deal with the one girl that I picked out of all the white girls that I had on here. The one that I did like and I picked, which is fair and fine, was racist. Did you know last week's scene was cut out between Matt and Rachael? They were talking about race and him being black. No, I did not know that. Now that is tea. That is definitely some tea. I did not know that, Carolyn. You are coming through hot with it, honey. That is so crazy. And on the topic of that, I am so sure that they should have talked about that, and that would have shown a lot. But also, it's like, could they have been trying to pan Rachael to be even worse of a person and say that she was not racially aware and that they didn't talk about race? Or did they want them both to look so blind to the fact that, hey, this was going to happen and they had no idea. But that's interesting because I have seen Matt talk a lot about race and being black, but with black people or the black girls that were on the show, because we can relate. But like, it's a lot of things that you can't really relate to, when you're black and when you're white. It's a lot of things that you do have to put your partner hip to. I can definitely attest to that. My partner is very, 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 very urbanized, very much so with black culture, but it's a lot of things growing up black. It's a lot of things that people don't see, and especially being in the South. Matt, I'm from Michigan. I'm from Detroit area. I'm from Michigan, so that is considered Midwest. Right now, I live in the Boston area. I live in New England. So I have never lived in the South. I have family from the South. But with that being said, Matt James has probably seen firsthand a lot of the racism, a lot of the things that have came out, and he just doesn't want to see it anymore. And it's probably so hurtful that out of all the girls you picked, this came out, and I just seen it on his face. I believe Matt broke up with Rachel because she didn't see the big deal. Of course. She did not see the big deal. Oh, I already put that back up. Carolyn was stealing all of the tea. I already seen that. Yes. Let's go ahead and wrap that conversation up. It's sad that Matt James is done with, that all of his women are gone, and now we're just stuck with our new bachelorettes. Woo-hoo. Now, I'm excited about the Bachelorette. I'm excited about the 2 new bachelorettes. But for those who do not know, let's go ahead and get into the tea that was coming out about the bachelorettes. So me and my girl, Sydney, y'all have seen Sydney over here. Y'all see my girl, Sydney, over here. She was definitely cutting up with me, and we were talking about who's going to be the new bachelorette. Now, Reality Steve, he definitely already kind of put us hip. We already knew it was going to be 2 bachelorettes, but did y'all know that they have already started getting everybody together down to New Mexico for Katie's season, because Katie is about to come up, and they said Chris Harrison didn't show up. And then that's when it came out that Tayshia is hosting with the other woman from The Bachelor. I don't remember her name. Red Pill Steve, I understand. I'm from Mississippi. Steve-O, let me know then, because that's what I'm saying. When you're from the South, those prejudices are completely different. They're completely different prejudices as well. Also, Matt's dad was blindsided with the Bachelor's producers. He knew he was going to give Matt advice and wish him good luck and talk about their family drama. I agree. And I think that they definitely painted a narrative of Matt's father that I don't think is necessarily 100% true. I think a lot of the time, sometimes when you have mamas being in the mix, they don't always let you know what's going on with daddy. And his mama sat there and cried so much for us. Imagine how much his mama, Patty, sat up there and cried for Matt James and his brother. And even after I seen Matt James's brother, y'all, I'm thinking Matt James was not in touch with his black side. I'm thinking Matt James had his white mom, no touch with his black side. And then on top of that, we see his brother, he's slim thugging. Matt James' brother with the gold teeth looking like ASAP Ferg. That was so serving me, because it was like Matt James is in touch with his black side. Matt James definitely is black. And his mother, I just feel like, was just painting this sad narrative that was probably mostly true of his father. But I think that his dad really had the best intention for him to have a good man-to-man talk, the talk that Matt James has been yearning for. And I agree. I feel like they really got it. They got it all types of messed up for me, sir. It was a no for me. So, The Bachelorette. Y'all are got me on a tangent. The Bachelorette. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, y'all. I'm on my way to 700 subscribers. Hit that like button. I got 10 people in here. I'm so happy. Such a blessing. I love doing this. Oh, my God. Katie is going to be the first. Michelle is going to be the second. The reason why they're doing 2 is because everyone absolutely loved Katie in the beginning. Katie started off being the dildo girl, and then she did a complete 360. That's what I'm saying. On The Bachelorette, it's starting to get really progressive now. It's getting very liberal, y'all. It's getting very liberal because they letting all types of junk come on TV, and I'm with it. I feel like Katie really showed herself. I feel like Katie really looked good. I felt like she looked on point, and I'm definitely with it. So I'm very happy about that. John is his brother. He's a rapper. Oh my goodness. Carolyn, drop us the app. That is so funny. I love that. That's Matt James' brother is a rapper. He about to blow up. He about to get an MTV dating show, okay? Anyway, I feel like, wow, that's big for Katie. Happy for her. She gonna get her a nice, cool man. Now, Michelle, the reason why Michelle word on the street is having it later in the season is because Michelle, her bachelorette season needs to start after her kids are out of school. You know, Michelle is still a school teacher. Michelle still got her things going on. She's still gonna get her money, even though Michelle definitely serves me Tasha. I feel like Michelle's gonna be on a lot of things. Michelle, oh my gosh, she speaks so eloquently. She's a beautiful woman. She's a young 27-year-old woman. So I think she's gonna have nothing but good serving things really come into fruition for her. So shout out to Michelle. Shout out to my girl, Katie. I'm very excited for those seasons. Bachelor in Paradise is coming up. We're definitely about to get our Bachelor podcast going. Me and Kate, I was going to say Katie, me and Sydney. I'm about to stop saying all these names. Me and Sydney. Shout out to my girl Sydney. We're going to get that started. You guys, this season was absolutely crazy. I'm still pleased with Matt James' season. Let me know what y'all think. How do you think this season ended up? I think that it really came out very good. I think that for the most part, I was really mad at Matt James after how he played Michelle, and then my heartstrings got pulled on, and I started to feel bad for Matt. And it's still very unfortunate, whether you're in a racial relationship or not, to find out one of the worst things that you can be called now, and one of the worst things that you can be called now in 2021 is a racist, and that's what he picked, being the first Black Bachelor. Now let that sit with you. Rachael, Tasha, they didn't have none of that. They men didn't come out and be racist. Evvveeen, my girl Sydney. Yes, my girl Sydney, my friend. Evvveeen, what's up? Yes. So with that being said, y'all, I'm excited. I think that Michelle is going to get her an immaculate man. I think she's going to get her a good man. I think that this is going to be a great John the Scorpio on Instagram. Let's go ahead. Before we wrap up, y'all, I really want to look this up. Okay, let's see. We're about to look at Matt James's brother. First off, I want to know how many subscribers he has. John the Scorpio. I can't mess with Scorpios though. I don't with Scorpios. Oh no, ma'am. Oh, it was like Paul. Okay. Oh, he got 21. We got the same amount of subscribers. Oh my God, this is so funny. Matt's brother do be serving me Nipsey Hussle. He definitely does. You guys, I talk about all types of stuff on my Instagram as well. Make sure you guys give me a follow on IG as well. Give me a follow. Follow me on IG at Welcome to China for the same type of drama and tea that your girl be talking about. Make sure you guys check that out. And I appreciate everybody being here and sitting with me during this, because this has been absolutely crazy. He has a YouTube page too. Oh my goodness. I wish Emmanuel would ask Rachael why go to a party that was banned since 2016. Oh, boom. That was tea right there. That was definitely tea. Why would you? Banned since 2016, baby. That wasn't 2018, honey, okay? Because she was in the dirty South and she knew what she was doing. Rachael Kirkconnell knows she was making jokes about Black people. I don't know why we acting brand new. Matt James is biracial, to be exact. He's a Black man. You know what I'm saying. Of course you're going to like Matt James. Girl, get out of here. Now, but are you respecting everybody else? Tyrone James? Tyrese James? Or just Matthew James? Get out of here, girl. BBB, he has a YouTube page also. That is so funny. We're going to definitely lurk on Matt James's brother. Oh my God. Let's look at this because I am so curious. John the Scorpio. But yeah, let's lurk on Matt James's brother real quick. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because this is going to be very, very funny. Let's look. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead. John the Scorpio. Okay, let's see. All right, followed by Rachel, Lindsay, and Matt James. So we have him followed. Okay, who is this? Is this Matt James' mama? Yep, we have Matt James' mama right here. Where in Africa is your dad from? Kenya? Nigeria. Oh, they over here giving us some tea. So Matt James' daddy is Nigerian. Bro, you look like Colin Kaepernick and Nipsey Hussle. Everybody on there, John, you so fine. You look like Colin Kaepernick. You need to be on the next season. These comments are absolutely hilarious, y'all. These are so funny. Her mom is still talking and made an interview with it. Oh my god. I cannot stand Rachael Kirkconnell's mom. Nobody wants to hear all that. So much drama. No one wants to hear that. John, all right, let's see. What else he got? Okay, he got his kitty cats. Okay, a bunch of BS. You look like Nipsey. Everybody all up on his page. To be honest, I would give you the first impression, Rose. John, my man. Yeah. You guys, this is so funny. People are really all up on his page. This is absolutely hilarious. I cannot believe that. Matt James's brother is definitely getting some play. He gonna blow up overnight. Oh, he's an artist. Oh, my man. Y'all, these comments are so funny. I cannot believe this. I absolutely cannot believe that. That's so funny. Rachael Kirkconnell. Let's see. Oh my god. Why did Rachael Kirkconnell's mom? I found it, friends. Let's go ahead and look at this article. Why did Rachael Kirkconnell's mom defend the Bachelor's star? Let's see. If Rachael saw Matt's brother on the street, she would clutch her purse and cross the street. Ah! Exactly. Exactly. That is so funny and so true. Definitely. If he was over here looking like John the Scorpio, he definitely would not have been. Okay, wait. Okay, wait, y'all. Okay, we're gonna listen. Let's go ahead and pull this up. I'm sure this won't get demonetized because, like, I mean, his brother's music. Let's go ahead control. Okay, John the Scorpio. Okay, I found it, y'all. Bear with me. We're about to do some serious lurking right now. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. Share screen. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely hilarious. All right, John the Scorpio. Let's see what he got for us. Used to be. 9 hours ago. John came out with a music today. All right, let's listen to. Oh, they are from Carolina. Let's see. Let's go ahead. Can you guys hear this? And now it sounds like he recorded this in the house. But you ain't my bee. Okay, let's listen to this. Something slow. Again, we're listening to Matt James Brothers music. This is great. Let's see. The intro's a little long for me. I feel like I'm on No Jumper and we're singing in my music. It's a little long for me. Okay, I don't know. I don't know about the music. I don't know about the music. It's a no. It's a no for me. I like definitely messed that up, so I'm going to go back. His YouTube page has his music videos with him in it. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna have to pull up a whole stream and we're gonna stalk. We're gonna stalk his brother. Okay, it has to be. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. Let me see if I can find John the Scorpio. John the Scorpio. Oh, I found it. We found it. Gotta do better. Oh, we finna get into it, y'all. We're about to get into it. This is about to be so funny. Okay, let's find Matt James's brother. 3, 2, 1. Chrome tab. Okay, y'all, we about to get into it. Okay, how y'all feeling this? This is so funny. This is Matt James's brother. This is so funny. I'm about to be like, smoke like a dirty Beretta. This is so funny. Okay. This is so funny, you guys. Okay, I kind of like it. What y'all think? It's not that bad. Okay, one more. Then we're gonna get off John. We're gonna get. This is so funny. One more. Gotta do better. Gotta do better. Okay, let's see what else he got for us. John the Scorpio. All right. Is that it? Okay, wait. Let's see what else he has. He has 10 videos. I'm trying to find the one about the girl. So he got a song called Roll Up Trippin'. Okay. All right. Okay, so yeah, his last thing that he had was Gotta Do Better. Okay, so we're gonna leave him there. And I really wanted to Oh my god, this is so funny. Oh, that is so evvveeen. That is so funny. We are here. If you guys are here, definitely please hit that subscribe button. We're gonna have to get an interview with Matt James's brother. I'm gonna definitely try to pull it off. Let's do it. All right, now you guys, I want to go ahead and pull up this article from the Sun about what Rachael Kirkconnell's mama had to say about him getting kicked to the her getting kicked to the CURB. So let's go ahead and look at this. Why did Rachael Kirkconnell's mama defend her actions? Yeah, John does look like the dad. I definitely see that. And I feel like he definitely has a black influence for sure, as he should. But that's so funny. He definitely looks just like him. All right, so let's go ahead and read what Rachael Kirkconnell's mama had to say. What did Rachael Kirkconnell's mom say about the controversial photos and the Bachelor star liked? Rachel's mother has come to our daughter's defense after a TikTok user named Maddie Bierster accused Rachael Kirkconnell of bullying. This is in the beginning of February, you guys. You can find this. All right. She went to another high school, mom told Bachelor Nation Scoop. She made all of this up for attention. You can't attack someone whose only evidence was that she liked a pic of a girl who's in a flat house with a Confederate flag. It's totally ridiculous. Kim's comments were reported by Ace TV. The reality star's mom added, Rachael never bullied a girl for liking black men. It's simply not true. She even changed her story later so it was Rachel's friend group, but didn't say who. She has a lot of friends, so it's difficult to clear something out without facts. Well, I'll be gosh darn it, mama. She said it. Why are you doing this? That's what I'm saying. When people are grown and decide to be on reality TV shows, tell your parents to shut the hell up because nobody wants to hear that. Shut the hell up. No one wants to hear your mama talking about it, you defending. That's what irritated me about James Charles. So irritating. Exactly. You can bully someone from another high school. It happens all the time. I know people that were bullied at different high schools than mine. Anyway, I didn't defend the Confederate flag. We are against the Confederate flag. Of course you are now. I just don't understand how you can say she or anyone in the family agrees with the Confederate flag because she liked to pick up her friend. The like had nothing to do with her liking the Confederate flag. We would never support the Confederate flag. She said Confederate flag a lot. It sounds like you're guilty, lady. We do not support racism of any kind. It is 100% wrong. All people should be fairly with dignity and love and kindness. If we could all do that, the world would be a beautiful place. Oh my God. And here's a picture of her. Rachel's background, Cumming, Georgia, Southern sweetheart. Yeah. Yeah. It's a no for me, y'all. It's a no. It's a no. It's a no. It's a no. It's like why exactly. Why do you have a Confederate flag on your pickup truck, mama? I get it's Southern pride, but that is so out of taste. And correct me if I'm wrong, my Southern people, but I just think that that is just so played out. I think that is so old. I think that it's just, I don't know. I don't know. I think that that was. I'm not surprised that Matt James did not. I mean, picked Rachel. I mean, did. I can't even talk anymore. I am not surprised that Matt James picked Rachel. I'm not surprised. But something that I think is important was that they had these conversations. Rachael Kirkconnell had a lot of explaining to do. Did she explain? No, but I still. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still feeling some type of way about it. How do y'all feel? I mean, it's just like I don't think I think with whatever Rachel Kirkconnell does now after this is that I think everything she does now is tainted. Anything that Rachel Kirkconnell will do will always be tainted. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Okay, I got 14 people in here. Love y'all. She definitely, the girl was given a detest order for the girl to be quiet. Of course, they were doing damage control on all of that. When Rachel Kirkconnell's parents gave that girl that detest order, they definitely knew what they were doing. They were trying to silence the girl from saying stuff. That's absolutely crazy. It did not meet my high expectations. I feel like, I guess now, did it meet my high expectations this season? The biggest issue I had with this whole season was it was just, yeah, he couldn't talk to her. The biggest issue that I had with this whole season in general was I just felt like it was all based upon Matt James that needed to go to therapy and deal with his daddy issues. And I have issues of my own, so maybe that's why I'm not pitying him. A lot of us do. But like, I just felt like the whole thing was just based upon Matt James trying to be a black man in America and find his way through not having a relationship with his father. I thought his father was so crappy that shit, his daddy even showed up. I felt like his mother painted a horrible narrative just of this whole season. I just felt like it was just I can't stand his mama. I did not like his mom. I felt like she didn't give him an opportunity to grow. And if Matt James needs to grow, what are we doing for him? Nothing. I think that a lot of people wanted to see Matt James with a black girl because he was the black bachelor, and they want to give us that narrative as well, but that's not true. I think you love who you love. And am I surprised that he picked a white girl? No. I think that's what he likes. And you can have a preference and you can like who you like. There's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of these things weren't surprising to me. I definitely agree, Kristen. Matt needs therapy. Rachel was never my favorite, but I do think she was being authentic. Matt needs to go to therapy. I need to see Iyanla fix my life because it was just so astounding to me that all of these things kept coming out when this could have been fixed in therapy. Literally. The daddy issues, he won't be able to be married and be a man until he figures out how to be a man and deals with his daddy issues and understand that Matt was so easily deterred. If his mama was like, she's a good girl, his mama wanted Rachel too. Yeah, I don't know. Also, Rachel, do I think that she was being authentic? I think that she literally gave it all of her effort. I agree to be authentic and apologize. I think she's truly sorry. Rachael Kirkconnell lost her man because of her past. So I know she loved Matt James and really wanted to be with him. She still was staring at Matt. He couldn't even speak to her. But imagine, they were kicking it for a month and a half. Happy-go-lucky, thinking they're fine being together. She's okay with them just being boyfriend and girlfriend. And just like that, it's over. And she didn't even know what to say to him. Imagine him laying in the bed. He's like, this is coming up. She don't even know how to explain herself. She's like, what did I do? I was just wearing my pretty dress with the petticoats and the corsets at the plantation like we always do. Get out of here. Oh my God, I got 18 people. I love y'all. I'm on my way to 700 subscribers. Y'all hit that subscribe button for your girl. Oh my goodness, y'all. I love it. I love it. I love it. I want some thumbs up today, okay? Oh my God. Matt was a bad pick as the Bachelor. Let's talk about that. Leads should be researched and determine if they're ready. Interesting thing. Matt James was a family friend, a friend of a prior Bachelor. Don't remember Buddy's name. I wasn't watching then. And they saw him and thought that he had a good caricature. He looked good. He had a good job. He's from New York. He's a black man, white mama. So they thought that they could pull it off. And they couldn't. Matt had too many issues. If you want to deal with a mixed man in America who don't have a relationship with his black daddy, then you shouldn't have picked Matt James, because that's what you get. And again, people are out of touch. If I seen Matt James on my list, I would have said, is he in therapy? He don't have his daddy. He don't have this. Okay, we need somebody else. We're not putting this on ABC right now. And that's okay. But I think that Matt, and I agree, Matt was not even on any season of The Bachelorette before. So that's usually when we get to see people. That's usually when we're able to say, hey, what's up? Get to know somebody. Matt James, we didn't get to know nobody. We got to know absolutely nobody. So they're just going to pull it here out of their booty cheeks, out of their buttholes, apparently. Matt was exploited, and the producer set him up for failure. His edit was wrong. It just from the Married. Yep. Iris from the Married at First Sight and seated. I saw that. Iris. And I remember Iris to the T. Iris from Married at First Sight. Carolyn. Oh, my God. And I absolutely remember that. So for those who do not know, Married at First Sight, Iris was dating Matt James at one point, and I promise y'all, I never looked at this. I never looked at this at all, but I want to. Married at First Sight, Matt James. And I remember Iris from Married at First Sight season, they thought that she was super immature. They thought all these things because she was still, I believe she was a virgin. Correct me if I'm wrong. And for me, I thought that was kind of tasteless. Married at, if I can spell, Sight, Matt James. I don't know. I don't know why I can't seem to find that, but for whatever reason, I couldn't find it. But hey, he was supposed to, she was supported him during the work to be emotionally ready, engaged, to be married. His response to her tonight, you got to do this alone. She supported him doing her work. She supported him doing the work to be emotionally ready to get engaged and to be married. And his response to now, you got to do this on your own. Well, that's different. I feel like when you're in a union and you're together, then you're going to be a union and you're going to work together. When it comes to race, especially when you're in an interracial relationship, some things you have to work through and understand on your own through your own research. And when you do your own research, just like when you're at school and you got to write down something or you got to repeat to learn, you have to do the research and go out of your way because it's going to stick with you and you're going to understand. Then you can go back and have these conversations. Keep in mind, we don't even know how well versed he was to have these conversations in the first place. I don't know how much Matt James knows how to talk about race and his color. I don't know. But I think that she did support him emotionally, of course. But she loved Matt James so much that it wasn't going to make a difference. It was Matt James. So she still would have stuck around now. She didn't understand why saying sorry wasn't enough. But Matt James, as a black man, could not be with someone who is labeled a racist. That's just how the cookie fries, the cake fries, whatever, the cookie crisp, the funnel cake fries, baby. You can't have that. You cannot really have that on your conscience. Iris Cardwell, that is her name. Yes. Caldwell. Her and Keith are still coming up. That is so funny. Yep, that is absolutely crazy. I'm still trying to find this on Reddit, but I cannot find that. I heard that. Oh, I was revealed some. Iris Keith, Married at First Sight, Matt James. Okay. Yes, because they're both from North Carolina. It sounds like I'm just like talking to myself. I'm over here like, yes, they're both from North Carolina. Yes, we understand. Okay, so yeah, so he did date Iris. That is so funny, you guys, that Matt James did date Iris in North Carolina. So he did have a girlfriend of color. Iris Caldwell is black. How could she date Matt James? Matt James, Matt rubbed his mouth. He does. He does do this to all women. That is so funny. Iris is black. You are right. How could she date Matt James? She could. It's very valid. Hey, and also, I mean that. But I thought Matt. But hold on. I thought Matt James said he never had a girlfriend before. And, I was thinking about the thing with him and Iris and the sex and all those things. They actually were not together for real, I guess, because he said he never had a girlfriend, he never been in love. But I feel like they definitely did cross paths. But I want to get some more information on that. Oh my god, y'all, I've been on here for a very long time. Okay, your girl's gonna start to wrap it up. It's getting late. Oh, we pushed it over to 12 o'clock, y'all. I appreciate truly all of y'all being here. This is the first time that I have literally, oh, I got one more comment. Matt James supposed to be on Claire season. Matt tweeted how excited to meet Claire. Oh, yep. That's why they named him the Bachelor. Okay. Yep. That is so funny. Screw Claire Crawley. I wish we was talking about this with Claire Crawley because I was so upset about that. Oh, evvveeen. Okay, well, I hope you subscribe. I'm going to start going live more, y'all. This is literally the first time that I've ever went live. I've been trying to grow my YouTube. I have nothing but time. I do commentary. I do different topics about things that are important. I'll watch a show for 24 hours and do recaps and reviews. So I appreciate y'all. I'm just trying to make a name for myself and do this YouTube thing. But I hope y'all will be here and subscribe. I got 15 people here, so I hope when I get off the computer, I got some more subscribers. And I'm definitely going to go. evvveeen, thank you so much, babe. I definitely appreciate you, my friend. And I'm going to start going live more, y'all. I appreciate everyone being here. I can't say that enough. It's hard being a YouTuber and a content creator. And now that I got my things going together, I hope that things start to get better. And hey, we're gonna do our Bachelor podcast. Me and my girl Sydney. She probably sleep now because she is schoolgirl. But I'm so happy that y'all are here. I'm happy we finished off this season with Matt James strong. Make sure you guys follow me on IG as well at Welcome to China. That is my name. Don't wear it out, baby. I'm gonna go ahead and post this up there after. And I hope y'all mother suckers have a good night. I definitely enjoyed everyone being here. I think that we had a good because of his commitment issues. Carolyn, find me on IG, Carolyn. If you see me, add me on Instagram at Welcome to China because I love talking to y'all and I love being able to be interactive. This makes me so happy. So I'm going to stop babbling. I'm going to stop talking. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night. Take care. And bye-bye. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Bye, friends.